Hello, today we're going to talk about email and passwords. So let's have a quick look at my screen. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at the email icon for Windows 10. So if you've got a laptop, then what you're going to see when you look for your email is something like this. Yeah. So this is it actually, this is the newest one. And if you don't see that at the bottom of your screen, then click in the corner, in the left-hand corner on the start button, and all this should pop up and mail, yeah, and you click onto there. Now, if you click onto there and it doesn't take you straight into your inbox, it means you have to set it up. So what it means is you're going to have to go in there, say add account, Android, add account, and you're going to put in your password, you're going to put in your email address and your password, and then from then on, every time you click in there, it'll just take you straight into your inbox. And that's what you want on your own machine, ideally. Obviously you're maybe happy with the way you do it at the moment, but it's so much easier if you don't have to put in you don't have to type in your email address, you don't have to type in your password, you just do that once, set it as your account, and that's it. And it's your own machine, it should be like that, it should be easy. These are other ones. So these are ones you would have on your phone or your tablet. So all sorts of envelopes of all kind. This is the iPad, iPhone one. It'll be at the bottom of your screen. And this is the most popular one. It's the Gmail icon. And if you've got a Mac, which I have, then you've got a postage stamp. So it's all kind of mail, old school mail themed. Okay, so you click onto your email and in you go, unless you don't have an email account. So if you don't have an email account, you have to get yourself one. So we go into, I've put in Outlook, Gmail's the more obvious one actually, but we'll go into Outlook just to show you that. If you want to get an email account, you click on create a free account. And then this is actually going to be your email address. So Annabella Umbrella. So that would be my email address, Annabella Umbrella @outlook.com. Yeah. Now that wouldn't work if my name was I don't know, Carol Smith or John Jones or something like that. When there's lots of people with the same name. I need to make a password, and it has to be a strong password. So it has to have capital letters, small letters, numbers, and a special character. This is a great idea to use a line of a song. So you go, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. And then you put in some numbers, preferably not your date of birth or your year of birth or something like that, because it's all a bit obvious. So just a number that you maybe like, 85. And use shift to get something off the top line, so percentage or something like that. That's great. People that are trying to hack into your email and cause havoc are not going to be able to do it if you've got a password like that. So this is the kind of thing that we want. I clicked show password there because usually what happens when you type it in, it just comes up as a bunch of dots. So I typed it in there so you could see what I was up to. So you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Great idea. Former colleague of mine came up with there. So that was that's Outlook. The more obvious one to do is actually in Google itself, and it's Gmail. And Gmail is actually here on the Google page. And you just click onto there, and you just go create an account, and you put in your first name. I'm going to go use Annabella Umbrella again. And then it probably will suggest, it might suggest names that I could use. So it's not suggesting anything at the moment. So I'll put in Annabella Umbrella, and it'll soon tell me. Yeah, if I put in something that everybody had, it would tell me that it wasn't allowed. So say if I put in John Smith, it's taken, yeah. So it has to be something that isn't taken. So sometimes you put your name the other way around. So Anna Umbrella, I've actually shortened it. Let's see. That username's taken. How interesting. Okay, so I'll put in the Bella back in again. Annabella Umbrella. Yeah, that's fine. It's given me some other suggestions. I could click on any of these and it will let me do that. So Umbrella, yep. Password. Now, if I want to get a strong password, I'm not going to be able to create it myself, then what I could do is use a password generator. So let me go, I'm going to right click here. I'm going to open a new window and I'm going to put in, well, I'll put in Google first of all, will I? I'll go Google. I'll go password generator, yeah? So I'll type that in. And I'll go to, this one's an ad, so I'm going to avoid that one. Go for this one, strong random password generator. And this is great because it generates things for me. So, and it's already selected some of the stuff. So it's going to put in a special character, some numbers, small letters, big letters, things like that, yeah. It's not going to send it across the internet. It's just going to give it to me. So I'm going to go generate, and there we go. Now it's suggesting that I will remember this password with all this stuff, but even I've got quite a good memory and I don't think I would remember that. There's a lot going on there. So what I can do is I can copy this and then I need to click onto the page. You know, you see it lurking behind, there's other pages, but if you just had the 2 pages, you just click to this one, yeah. I realise that might be a bit much for you to be operating two windows. Just click back and forth between them like this, you see. And then click in here. And what I'll have to do in order to, and now I've copied it, is paste it. So right click and then paste. Now, if I'd clicked somewhere else that wasn't there, if I clicked here, like that, and I'd right click there, it wouldn't give me paste because it doesn't know what to do. So if you get, you right click and you want to paste something, you right click and you get a bunch of stuff that doesn't include paste, try clicking where you want to paste it to and you might find you'll get a different box. Another way of doing that, same thing, is to use the control key. So yeah, control, and you hold the control button and you press V. Or on a Mac, you hold the command button and you press V. And it does the same thing because I'll show the password, see they're exactly the same. So you need to do the same. So that's one way of doing it. You click on to next and off you go, putting in your name, putting in your mobile phone number, putting in your date of birth. Now, obviously we check when we're doing any of those kind of things that we're in the right place. It's the real website and we've got this password here. It's keeping us safe. Password? This padlock that's keeping us safe. So we've got the padlock, so check that, everything's fine. Go next, and then we'll put in our name, and put in our mobile phone number. And like I say, it's important to have your own mobile phone, or at least somebody's mobile phone who you can contact quickly, because they might suddenly want you to verify who you are, and you need to have that code that they'll send to the phone. But of course, I'm not going to do this because I've already got an email address, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so other ideas for passwords then. Let me have a look. So the thing that's important to remember about passwords is that you don't want to use a very obvious one, because then the hackers find it very, very easy to get into your accounts and cause havoc. So we've got some examples here. These are the top 30 most used passwords in the world. I got this from Leeds, Scotland. Very kindly sent me these slides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, password 1. Even just words like monkey, it's very easy it's a computer that they hack you with, and it's very easy for them to figure out these. These are the most obvious ones. They're patterns, they're keyboard patterns. So like QWERTY, just going along the top line and so on. So that's what you don't want to do, is create something really obvious that the computer would be able to hack into you. So it says, try 3 easy to remember and easy to spell words. So this is a great idea. Footbird hat, £2. Yeah. So this is a good way to do it. So you could remember it like that, I suppose. Footbird hat. Yeah. So you've got your big letters, capital letters. You've got your small lowercase. You've got a number and you've got a special character. So that's a nice strong password. You're going to have different ones for different accounts. Like if you set up accounts with things, if it's the same one that you use for everything, it's very likely you'll get hacked. Or if you get hacked, basically they'll get into everything that you've ever done. Another thing to do is write it down. If it's a really important one, like the one for your computer or your iPad or whatever, write it down. Write it down. Don't leave it though stuck with a post-it note to your computer, because obviously that makes it very easy. If somebody actually steals your computer or your iPad or your phone, it makes it very easy for them to get in and get it. So let's have a quick look, actually. Let's have a quick look at email on my phone. So if I'm going to share my screen with you, let's see if we can do this. Now, it takes a little minute, so do just bear with me. I need to get into my phone, and I need to press screen mirroring. And we should be into my phone. So you should be looking at my phone now. So there we go. So there's my icon there, my little envelope. So I just tap onto that. So I just tap, and it opens up my inbox. And there's my inbox with all the things going on in it. Yeah. So I can go and I can look at any of these. I can scroll up and down. I'm just using my finger like that, just to go up and down. And I can tap one and it opens it up. Yeah, my parcel was delivered today, so it's really useful. Now, if I back out, you see this at the top, it says Hotmail. So if I back out of there, I've got all these different folders with different things going on. So let's have a look at those. So we'll go into sent. So these are things that I've sent. So this is very useful because then I can check whether I've sent things and what I've sent. So for instance, here we go, orders, this week's PYO. So click on that, and it says, "Hi June, hope you're fine. Here's this week's order. Cheers, Melody." So, and I can see that I've sent the document. So I've sent a document through, and it's basically saying which veggies I'm wanting from my from Seafine. So that's very useful. The sent folder for just looking to see if I did I send that? Did it send? Has it sent? And somebody says, "Oh, you haven't sent me that," and I go, "Oh yes, I have." You know. So junk email. So this is all the rubbish that comes through. There's a very interesting one here, mail enhancement. Could this 60 seconds ritual add over 4 inches to... Now, I'm not interested in that. And obviously I don't know who these people are. I didn't ask anyone to send that. So I'm not going to open it. It's there in the junk mail. My phone has screened this out for me so that I don't have to put up with this spam, this nonsense that I'm getting sent. So things that are probably trying to give my phone a virus or my computer a virus if I open it on the computer. Weird stuff that I don't want. Now and again though, and the reason I'm in here is because sometimes you need to check your junk email, because somebody will say, "Oh, I've sent you an email," and you'll say, "Oh, I didn't get it," and it's gone into the junk because the phone thought it was some kind of risk. And what you can do in that circumstance, we've got one here from Duolingo, and that's not junk. So what I'll do is I can swipe across it like that. So I just went swipe. It'll be different on different ones, maybe tap it or whatever. I'm going to go more, and then I can move the message. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move it into the inbox because it's not rubbish, it's not junk. So move the message into the inbox. Boink. And then when I go back into the inbox, it should be back there again. So it will be wherever it was, whatever order it came in at. So it was in there somewhere. So what else we've got in there? Is there anything else to look at that? Not really. The outbox only really shows things that you've tried to send and then somehow didn't send. So there's nothing in there just now. Drafts and so on. Yeah, so I think that's all I really wanted to show you on that. So we'll go back to my computer again. Let me see. So if I share my screen with you again. Okay, so I can get rid of this now. I can get rid of that one now as well. Okay, so if you've got Gmail, then what you'll see when you open up your Gmail is you'll be in your inbox. So I guess it'll look sort of like this. Yeah, something like that. Maybe not as out of date as that one. And if you want to write an email, what you'll need to do is you'll need to go to Compose. Yeah, so you'll click on to Compose, and then you'll write an email. So let's go and see what that looks like. There's another one back here. So when you click on Compose, what happens is a box comes up like this, and you start writing your email. So what you can do is you can go to, and then you click in there, you write the address, the email address, and then you click in here for the subject, and you want to put something that's just really covers what it's going to be about. So like tomorrow night, or film on Saturday, or something like that, in in a world where we could go and see films on Saturday or do something tomorrow night, apart from staying in. So we put the heading there and then click into here, and then we can write our message. Hi there, how you doing, whatever, and then send. And then when we send it, it'll disappear. It'll just go woof, and it'll just be gone. Yeah, it'll just disappear. And then if you want to, you can click onto your sent mail and you can see if you've actually sent it. If you want to attach something to it, then you would use this paper clip, and you would click on that, and then you could attach like a document if you wanted to send them something that was on your computer or whatever, or on your phone. So that's that. So this is what generally it looks like. So you can click on Gmail, you can click on here, click on there, and it'll open up those emails. Okay. So here's an example. If I make that a bit bigger so you can see it a bit more. Here we go. So this is somebody who's opened an email, and they've opened the email, and there's the message inside. And then you've got lots of different options of things that you can do. So you could chuck it in the bin, or there's various other bits and bobs, but that's the main thing you might do. You might just chuck it in the bin. There's a picture of a dustbin at the top there. You can just chuck it in the bin. You might want to reply to it. So you've got this here. So it's an arrow pointing back the way. That's generally your reply. So you click on that, and then it'll open up and you can start replying. Or down here at the bottom, you've also got reply. Or reply to all. So that's if you want to reply. So this one's been sent to a few different people. You want to reply to everyone in the email. You click that one. Or forward, if you want to send it to someone who didn't receive it. You think, oh, they forgot Jenny. So click on that. We can send it on to Jenny, so she's got the details. Yeah. Those options will also come up here. If you click that, you'll get a drop-down box, and it'll have those on it as well. So I'm just showing you in pictures because I don't have Gmail. I've got my one's Outlook. Okay, so this is my email. So we're in one here. This is an example of one where I can show you the usefulness of having an email. So this is one that they've sent me. If I just double click on it, this is one they've sent, and I can track my parcel. This is my parcel's going to arrive. You click on here, and then it tells me it's been delivered. Yeah, it has actually. So it's been delivered. So that's it. I could have tracked it to find out where it was, but it's actually been delivered. So lucky old me. So I can close that again. So if I want to send someone a new message on this one, it just says new message. This is the I think it's the same on Outlook, same on Hotmail. New message or compose generally if you want to write a new one. So I'll click on there. I can write a new message. So I can I'll go for Katrina. The subject is the register. I'll go, hi Katrina. Here's today's register. And I'll just go and return, cheers, return, melody. Now, I want to send her the register. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the paper clip. You saw that on the other one at the bottom. Click on the paper clip, and then it gives me places I can go. I could go into documents. I could go into various other places to find it on the desktop. But it's on the desktop. Here's the register here. So I've chosen it. I'm going to say I've chosen it, or attach as a file or whatever, depending on what kind of email you've got. And then that's the document actually there. It's a copy of it. It hasn't taken the one off my computer. The one on my computer is still there, but a copy is now being put onto this email, and now I'm going to send it. And it's sending it now. So there's a little line just tracing along, and whoosh, it's gone. Yeah. So I can check in my sent items. Did that actually send? Oh no, I'm in the bin. Yes, look, it's sent. Yeah, hi Katrina. Perfect. Okay. So what else have we got in here? We've got drafts. So obviously I started writing this earlier and then I didn't send it. So I'm actually not going to carry on sending that because I've already sent it. I just sent it just now. So I can just delete that. Yeah, see the little bin? Delete. It's gone. Yeah. It's a handy thing. So it's always worth looking in the drafts. If you see things in the drafts, it means you haven't sent things. So you need to have a look because you might have thought you sent something, but you didn't send it. So, okay, we'll go back in the inbox. Let's have a look at attachments. So if we go in here, right, now I saved this one. I normally would have just clicked on that in the list, but it showed people's emails, email addresses, and I didn't want to do that. So, so I just had it waiting there for me. I'm just going to pull the edges of this a little bit. Just pull the edges over, and now I've just lost that because that's how clever I am. Take that down a minute. Okay, so here we go. I've got, this has arrived. It's got PDFs, which are, it's a document which you can send without having special programs. Most people can look at them. And so what I can do is, there's a few different ways I can save it. So I want to save it onto my computer. So it's come, yeah, the guide. So I can just open it like that. And there it is, yeah. And then I could do something, I could go File, Save As. This is one of the ways I could do it. And my computer will work out where I want to send it to, yeah. So I could decide where I want to put it. My computer, choose a different folder, and there we go. So various places, save it into documents and so on. But I'm not going to do it like that. I'll just cancel that. And I'll just close it. I don't actually have to open it to save it. What I can do is I could just right click on it and I could go Save Attachment. And again, it'll give me options of where I could save it to, yeah? And then I can just click on that and it'll still stay on the document, but I'll be able to have a copy of it in my computer. Another even easier way to do that though, if you've got the window so it's like this, and if it's not, if it's covering the whole screen, what to do is you go to the edge and you see when it turns into a different, yeah, it turns into a different thing, turns into a different shape of cursor, then you can click and hold and just drag that back and forth so that you can see what you're doing. Same with the bottom. So what I can do is I can just grab hold of it and just pull it onto my desktop. See, I went with wah, yeah? And I can just grab hold of that one as well and pull it onto my desktop. Wah. Now we can't see where it's gone. I can just do this. Where is it gone? Where is it gone? Where's it put them? I can't see them. Oh, it's this one. No. Is it? No, that's a different one. Where's it go? Oh, there it is. I just didn't recognize it. Oh, now I'm dragging other things around. These two here, they don't look the same. So I dragged them on there and now they're there. So now I can open them up and there we go. So I've got them saved onto my computer. So that's a really handy thing to be able to do. Okay, so let's just go back into my main email then. Go back into here. If it ever decides to open again. Doesn't seem to want to. Oh, here we go. That's because it's already open. So other things I can do then, just quickly. So if I want to, if I've got, somebody sends me an email and I want to send it to somebody else, I want them to see the thing that I saw, yeah? Now this can be especially handy if somebody's been sending you horrible emails, you can send them to the police. You know, hopefully that's not happening to you. So if I open this one, so I've got this email that's come about music. So maybe I want to send it to someone, to forward it to them. Yeah, so I could just go forward. And so the message, I'm going to end up writing it in here because this is the forwarded message. They're going to get the same message I got, yeah, but with a little message from me. So all I need to do is put in their email address. I've decided to put in reach out at wa.org.uk. So I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna send it on to them. So I'll send it to. I think Ross would be interested actually because he really likes music. Although it's vinyl he's into, so maybe not. Maybe he'll hate this email. So hi Ross, you shouting at him. You might like this. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, is that full stop? Yeah. And then I could just send it to him. I could forward it to him. I'm actually not going to do that, but that's how we would do it. I'd just go send and I would forward it to Ross. Now, is there anything I haven't told you? I think that's most of really what you should be thinking about now, is you can send people a document, so you can attach it, you can forward it, you can reply to people. So that should be pretty much all you need to know. So what I would suggest that you do, if you can be bothered, don't save. What I would suggest you do is that you try sending an email to somebody. If you haven't, if it's something you don't normally do, if you're out of practice, then think of somebody that you know, that you've got their email address, and send them an email. Now, if there's not anybody you can think of that's a friend of yours that won't mind, then maybe you could write to Kev, so or Ross. So, and this is the email address. So it's reachout@wea.org.uk. And it's really important that there's no spaces, that it's exactly the same, yeah. The @ remember is, well, you'll see it. It's either down beside the right hand shift, or it's on the up on the top line above the 2 if it's a Mac. So reach out at wa.org.uk, and the subject would be something like test email, maybe. And then you could write a little message. Hi, Kev, boss. How are you doing? Yeah. And maybe you want to put something like, this is more what you would do formally. This is what you would write if you don't know the person very well. Obviously, it would be a dreadful insult if I wrote kind regards. I think, what's happened to Mel? Why is she writing kind regards? But kind regards is what you write when you don't really know somebody very well. So that's a useful thing to know. And then you just send it. So if you don't, I mean, like I say, send it to a friend. It would be nice. Try sending them a document. Try forwarding something. Obviously, not anything private, but you know, if you've got something you could forward on. That's just an advert that you've been sent or something like that, and just tell the person, I'm just trying this out, and try saving, see if you can save a document. Yeah, have a try of that. That would be great. And as usual, have fun, have a try. Good luck, and I'll see you next week.